They were not born to be heroes. They did not wake up dreaming of greatness or history. They were ordinary people living ordinary lives. Farmers waking up before sunrise, factory workers clocking in for long shifts, students planning their futures, fathers holding their children after long days of work. Life was simple, familiar, and predictable. The world felt stable. The future felt certain. No one expected history to knock on their door. No one believed that their quiet lives would soon be tested. Yet beneath the calm surface, something bigger was approaching. A moment that would demand more than comfort, a moment that would ask for courage. Because history does not choose the strongest or the most prepared. It chooses those who are willing to stand when the moment arrives. And sometimes, greatness begins in the most ordinary places.
When war arrived, it did not ask for permission. It brought fear with it. Fear spread through homes, streets, and hearts. People questioned everything they believed was safe. Uncertainty replaced comfort. Silence replaced confidence. Many were afraid. And that fear was real. Fear of loss. Fear of pain. Fear of the unknown. But courage was never about being fearless. Courage was about moving forward while fear whispered reasons to stop. Ordinary people stood at a crossroads, remain comfortable or step into uncertainty. They chose to step forward, not because they felt ready, but because someone had to. In that moment, fear didn't break them, it shaped them. And they learned that fear is not a sign of weakness. It is proof that something important is at stake. The journey was not easy. Training tested their bodies. Long nights tested their minds. Distance from loved ones tested their hearts. Letters from home became priceless treasures. Some letters were never answered. Some goodbyes became permanent. Pain became part of everyday life. Loss became personal. Yet within that pain, purpose was born. Because when people fight for something greater than themselves, suffering gains meaning. Every sacrifice carried weight. Every hardship served a reason. They were no longer just individuals. They were part of something bigger. A mission, a belief, a future they might never see, but were willing to protect. And through sacrifice, ordinary people began transforming into something more than they ever imagined. There were moments when giving up felt easier than continuing, when exhaustion took over, when doubt grew louder than hope, when the cost seemed too high. But quitting would have cost more than continuing. So they stood firm, they adapted, they learned, they pushed forward step by step. Not because it was easy, but because it mattered. Strength was no longer measured by muscles or weapons, but by resilience. They discovered a powerful truth. Winners are not those who never fall. Winners are those who rise every time they do. Consistency defeated talent. Persistence defeated fear. And in refusing to quit, they rewrote what they believed they were capable of. But true greatness lives in effort, endurance, and belief. These ordinary people didn't just change the outcome of a war, they changed what humanity believed was possible. They proved that unity can overcome darkness, that belief can outlast fear, that perseverance can shape the future. The world after them was different, not because they were extraordinary at the start, but because they refused to give up when it mattered most. And that is the lesson they left behind. You do not need to be extraordinary to begin. You become extraordinary by standing up, enduring pain, and refusing to quit. Because the same strength that changed history still lives in ordinary people today.